2015 marks 10 years since the foundation first opened its doors, and what a decade it has been. Before we look back on the past year, let's remember what has been an incredible 10-year journey. About 23,000 scholarship applications and about 13,000 fellowship applications have been reviewed. About 30 selection camps have been run, with over 1,800 applicants in attendance. 245 candidate fellows have graduated from university and have been through the fellowship program. 161 scholars have graduated from high school, with some joining the fellowship program and all going on to university. In addition to the numerous camps, events and seminars, 5 jamborees and 4 starterships have been held. The association has seen the birth of 22 businesses, currently at an estimate value of 400 million rand, with many more in the ideation phase. What an amazing story so far, and as it continues to unfold, great things happened in 2015. Following our annual school visits, we received about 3,000 scholarship applications. After 140 applicants were interviewed, 60 went on to selection camp. Once our new scholars were selected, it was all systems go. Orientation was followed by development camps, courageous conversations, and breakthrough sessions. Our scholars discovered their strengths and sharpened their leadership skills as they continued to develop on their academic journey.
Teaching an entrepreneurial mindset at an early age is important because we instill the principles and the practices that they need to ensure their success.
At this moment, I don't think I fully know exactly who I am and what I want to do, but I think it's helped me get further along the way.
I've started seeing things differently, and the problems that we're facing, I think we have the ability to change all of that.
This year, our scholars have made us proud with their impressive array of awards and achievements. From the stage to the sports field to the academic arena, they've truly made their mark and given us a taste of what we can expect from them in the future. On the fellowship front, our top candidates attended a 3-day selection camp. After running over 30 selection camps to date, we have learned, refined, and improved our processes.
We've done quite a lot of work with consultants and Deloitte, and we've developed a success profile. We are measuring the 5 pillars of the foundation at all times in all assessments. You've got to be confident, you've got to be optimistic.
And I've been forced to think in ways that I don't usually think.
The hardest thing about the camp for me thus far has been interacting and sharing ideas, coming up with opportunities with people you've never met before.
When they challenge you and expect you to come up with a business idea in less than 5 minutes, it's hard to actually get to think out of the box.
Fellowship orientation introduced candidate fellows to the program and what would be expected of them. Academic Bootcamp gave candidate fellows from Year Engage the valuable skills they need for university success and academic excellence. Second-year candidate fellows experienced Equip Connect, a unique opportunity to engage with the spirit of significance, one of the foundation's integral pillars. This year, these fellows worked with the scholars for the first time, exploring what it means to be a fellow whilst building into the greater Alan Gray Orbis Foundation community.
The theme of Connect is building a community amongst each other as a candidate fellow group, as well as understanding the community outside of their candidate fellow community.
Learning to understand why people are the way they are, why they're so driven and passionate, it was very refreshing.
What this event did was connect my understanding of the spirit of significance to what it is in practice. And that was the defining moment for me in this camp.
Candidate fellows also met their mentors and began building the valuable relationships that would take them forward. King's speech was a highlight for the candidate fellows of Year Explore. And the consulting challenge stretched the candidate fellows of Year Experience as they engaged with industry experts and were challenged to find innovative solutions for real-world issues. Speaking of real-world issues, many of our fellows have been at the forefront of South Africa's student movements this year, from Rhodes Must Fall to Open Stellenbosch to Fees Must Fall. In these turbulent and historic times, our fellows have shown themselves to be agents of change and active members of their communities. Jamboree was a highlight on our calendar this year, the 5th Jamboree in our 10-year history. The event gave the candidate fellows an opportunity to test their ideas against their peers.
I do enjoy the competitive aspect of it, but being able to get multiple viewpoints from a very diverse community is definitely the biggest drawing point for me.
Jamboree creates a platform or the space for people to be as creative as possible while still being critiqued.
Just watching all of this has actually inspired me to give my idea a go before someone else stumbles upon it.
And what would Jamboree be without a bit of dance? From Greece to Qatar, our candidate fellows made a contribution in diverse fields. They won awards, started businesses, assumed leadership roles, and became ambassadors for organizations committed to changing the world we live in. For candidate fellows, stepping into the association, the admissions event was a highlight of the year. As candidate fellows became fellows, so began a new chapter in their lives and a new era for the foundation itself as the association reaches 300 members. And then there was Startership, a national event held this year for the 4th time in the foundation's history. Here, fellows got practical about their business models with the help of experienced fellows who have already established themselves as entrepreneurs.
Our mandate is to support different types of ventures that fellows start, whether they be for-profit or non-profit. And Startership effectively is just an initiative to make fellows comfortable with starting.
So for me, the amazing thing about these events is seeing some of the fellows actually coming and speaking to us about what it is that they learned and how we can now go back and implement these lessons that they've learned in the ventures that we are going to implement going forward.
Some members of the association visited Ghana to get an idea of some of the challenges and opportunities facing their African peers and develop relationships with young entrepreneurs in Ghana. It was a busy year, from fine dining pop-up gastro events to innovative mobile payment solutions. Fellows are working hard as they exercise their entrepreneurial muscle. On the talent side of things, 2015 was a whirlwind of events. Little bundles of joy were brought into the world. People celebrated at graduations and at weddings. Some were on morning television. Others started businesses. People traveled overseas. Anthony attended the Global Entrepreneurship Congress in Milan, presented at the Andy Conference in New York, and attended the international launch of the association with Zinkita. And then he appeared on local television.
And we are constantly amazed at the innovation, the excitement, the energy of these young people that are trying new things.
What an incredible year it's been. You've heard it from me. Now hear it from the community. At this point in our journey, we think back to that letter written in 1984 by Alan Gray. 30 years ago, he proposed to the South African government that 20% of his company be donated to a trust to help support black enterprise. Although rejected at the time, this letter represents the beginning of the Alan Gray Orbis Foundation story. And now, as we reach our 10th anniversary, those who have been a part of the foundation continue to amaze us, uplift us, and inspire us. And as we begin our next decade, we look to them with hope and excitement as we build a future that we can all be proud of.